Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about my top 5 last minute Christmas stocking stuffers or gifts you can get on Amazon. These guys I ordered on Friday before Christmas, not Christmas Eve, but the week before, and all of them arrived by Sunday night. You should be able to get them in time if you pull the trigger fast. Or, you know what, if you're watching this after Christmas, you might want to get this with some of that Christmas cash and those gift cards you got. These are my top 5 tech products that I think you might enjoy. So, my first one is actually going to be a really good one for pretty much anywhere, but it does break my one rule, which all of these are going to be under $20 items you can get on Amazon. This first one is Skullcandy Dime headphone, Bluetooth headphones. They come with a small little cord, and they are some simple Bluetooth headphones. They are, and keyword simple, they are $21.99 I think. Let me pull this up real quick. $21.99. And you can actually get these today at your local Walmart. My wife actually got these about a month ago on our honeymoon, and she's been using them ever since. She never really had a cool, a completely cordless pair of Bluetooth headphones. She had like a set of overhead, and then I think she had a pair that like ring around the back of your neck, but she's never had little ones like this, and she loves them, uses them all the time, and takes them with her because they just fit in her purse so nicely. You don't have to worry about cords getting lost and tangled, things like that, and they're not huge and bulky. The sound quality on Skullcandy is already pretty fantastic, and they pair up nicely with a regular set of headphones. One thing that you'll see with these, if you are used to like AirPods or the Samsung Galaxy Buds or any high-end headphones like that, these don't offer an equalizer option, and they don't do pass-through audio, things like that. And then the charging is through an older version, which is micro USB, not USB-C, but micro USB. I wouldn't complain because, you know, most of the time when I'm charging it, it's overnight. You're not worried about speed. It doesn't come with a brick, but it does come with this one little charging cord. Most people tend to have this one still on hand. I don't know, maybe I'm just an electronics hoarder, so I have plenty of the old charging cords to old ones, old phones. But this is my first pick and suggestion for you. It's something you can get today at Walmart or a lot of other places online. Skullcandy Dime headphones. Other ones I might recommend here, I've got our Skullcandy headphones pulled up, $21.99. They have fantastic 9,000 ratings, and it's almost perfect 5 stars, 4.3. Next ones I might recommend, these ones I actually have as well. These are a corded set of headphones. They are the Amargaro U9 Bluetooth. These are some super generic ones. Also $20, $20.39 right now. And they come in a variety of colors on the cords for you. And then, so these ones are good, but they do have that cord. Does come with a nice carrying case with a little carabiner for you. And then third, these ones are just recommended by Amazon. The Lansuni T72 True Wireless, $20.99. These have a little bit more of that AirPod look, but I have a feeling that they will end up having a, I don't know, cheaper sound, but still have that look that you may want. They won't offer all of the like pass-through audio, things like that. So they'll be very similar to these Skullcandy headphones. The reason I recommend the Skullcandy is because they are a USA made, right here in Utah as a matter of fact, where I'm from, and just a quality product that I have used for years and I've always loved. The Skullcandy Dime headphones. On to number 2. Number 2 is these Samsung SmartTag. So this is Samsung's entry into the tracker game. We have the Apple AirTags. You have the one that's been around forever, the Tile, that you can go and get. But this is Samsung's. So if you're in the Android market, these guys are actually quite affordable at $20 a piece. This is the tag right here. For reference, this is a pencil. It's about as thick as a pencil here. And you can generally guess how wide it is from there. It's about 1 inch by 1 inch, maybe 1.5. Does have a ring at the top. Doesn't come with anything to loop it onto, so you'll just put it onto your key ring or onto a dog's tag right there. But let's go ahead and grab my phone and see if it pairs up. To activate it, you'll just press on that Samsung logo. There you go, you can kind of see it there in the middle. So you just press and hold that, and that should pair it with my device. And it just popped up on my phone here, says add now, add later, don't add. Let's add it now. Verifying. Oh, it's got a little beep to it. Almost there. Your SmartTag is being registered to your Samsung account. Alright, and then it'll ask you to create a name. I just called it Grant's SmartTag. Alright, so you got a bunch of different icon options. You can latch it onto your camera, your golf bag, your suitcase, your bicycle, your keys, your pet, your drone. That's a good one right there. Hook it onto your drone, and that way if your drone goes down somewhere that's a little iffy, you're like, I know it's right there. That's another way to find it. You can put it in your purse, on your headphones, attach it to your badge reader for work, connect it to your electronics like a laptop, suitcase, put it on your motorcycle, connect it to your TV remote. If your grandma is always losing their TV remote and she has a Samsung, boom, right here. You might even be able to use this on other devices, I'm not sure, but I do have a Samsung phone. You can put it on, it's got a walker. In case you lose your wheelchair or walker. Your wallet's another option, umbrella, your cup of coffee, whatever it is you want, you can have it connected as an item there. Could be your gym bag, whatever. They got a basketball, a bunch of other cool items. Alright, I'm just starting to look into a little bit more of what this can do. So one of the options on here is you can double press the button on the tag and it can make your phone ring. So if you lose your phone but you got your keys, beep beep, you can go find your phone. Next one is turning on lights. You can coordinate it with lights in your home, notify someone, so if you push the button, it'll send out a message to somebody like, hey, I'm lost or something like that. Turn on a light, change to away mode on your location, things like that. Alright, so if I click on view on map, we can then go ring, and it will then start to ring. Oh. There you go. And that's pretty, got quite a bit of volume. Alright. We can also navigate to it, so if it's somewhere farther away, it can navigate to us, and all of that. And you can even show members of the home will be able to see where this device is. So if you have kids, you can throw this in your kid's backpack, and then when they lose their backpack, or slip it into a secret pocket in their coat, so when or attach it as a pull on the zipper of their jacket maybe. You know, as maybe a third zipper, not their main one, because that's the one that's going to wear out and they're going to break it off. Do it on like the little zipper here or a zipper on there, and it'll be a pull on that zipper. And then when they lose their jacket, you can go to the lost and found and be like, hey, I lost it and I found it there. It's at the office at the lost and found at school. You can then share this. You also have the option to share this device's location, and then you can share that with your wife, your kids, whoever else, your grandparent, their grandparents, your parents, whatever, whoever you want to share it with, and then they can look it up as well. So if you're at work, but mom's at home, mom's like, hey, yeah, where's your code? And it's like, oh, I don't know, and she pulls it up. She's like, oh, hey, there it is, even though you're the one that registered it. That's really awesome that you can share its location with other members of the household, or just other people in general. These Galaxy Tag is pretty awesome. Not sure exactly where I'm gonna use mine yet, but I know I will. I know I will. I'm excited for this one. Or just leave it in your car, you know, you lose it in the parking lot. I don't remember where I parked. It remembers. Before we move on to the next one, let's go ahead and check out other options that are similar to this on Amazon. So some of them are, so we have our Galaxy Tag, $19.99, and this one delivered, I think the same day for me. Let's see, delivered today if I order within 2 hours. Look at that, that's awesome. Next one, we got the TileMate. It's $17.99, so it's cheaper, but it does rely on the Tile network, where Samsung, it just uses anyone who has a Samsung phone automatically connects. Similar to Apple's, so if we have, you can get Apple AirTags. They, however, are more expensive. If you want just one, it's $30. If you get a 4-pack, it's $100. Still more expensive than the Samsung Galaxy Tag, or Samsung SmartTag, where you can get just one for $19.99. Or if you want, you can go for the TileMate, that's $17.99, but it does rely on the Tile network, where there are people who use Tile still, but not as many as people that just have any Samsung phone. At least in my how I imagine it. So those are some options there to consider for the Galaxy SmartTag. Next, coming in at $19.99 is the Roku Express. So this is very similar to a lot of other products like the Amazon Fire Stick, the Google Chromecast. This is the Roku Express. This is the cheapest option of all of those. If you really want to go crazy, you can get the Apple TV, but that's like hundreds of dollars, which this guy is only, I believe, let's pull it up real quick, $19.99. Great price, and it ships fast. 2-day shipping from Amazon, depending on your location, blah, blah, blah. But the Roku, I've had so many of the, like I've had the Google Chromecast, I've had the Amazon Fire Stick. I have not yet used this Roku Express. However, I do have a TV that is Roku already. So the interaction I've had with that is fantastic. It's very similar to many of the other streaming device ways where you don't need to have cable anymore. You can just have this guy. So I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this guy and we can kind of look at what comes in the box. Alright, first things you see is it does come with batteries. We have our Roku device here. This is our transceiver, receiver, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. So right here you have a single HDMI out port and then a power port. You have your little micro USB cable to a regular USB. A lot of TVs these days have just a USB out. You can plug a flash drive in and like look at movies and stuff on there, but also I've used it for just powering my device. I had a Chromecast, I ran it off of the USB power rather than using, this does come with it though, a power brick. Then we have our Roku remote. Roku remote with updated buttons down here. So we have Netflix, Disney, Apple TV, and Hulu as presets on there. But you can of course install other programs. I think I'm gonna use this one with a portable setup I plan to make in the future. So stick around, I'll probably make a whole unboxing and review video on just this Roku. I imagine the setup is going to be very simple, very similar to every other one, where it's going to ask for your Wi-Fi password, it's going to get on your network, and then you'll be able to download the Roku app on your phone, and then even use that as a remote in case you lose this remote. And heck, you know, it's got this little tag on the bottom, get yourself a keychain, throw your Samsung AirTag on it, and you'll never lose the remote again. I think I just figured out what I'm gonna do with mine, because my wife is constantly losing our Roku remote. I'm gonna put that Samsung tag, or the Galaxy SmartTag on that remote so that we never lose it again. It's gonna be fantastic, you guys. But it does also come with an HDMI cable to go with it to connect between your TV. Let's go ahead and just put all this back in the box, because I'm not gonna be using this one today. Hope you're okay with that. I imagine most people understand how a Roku sets up and works. If not, go find another video. But this is something I highly recommend. I definitely do. I know I'm not setting it up right now, but I definitely recommend getting a Roku for Christmas. Or let's look at our other options here. Other options include the Amazon Fire Stick. Exact same price, $19.99. If you have Amazon Prime, this is also a fantastic option. It's got real fast shipping. It looks like same day available here in my location as well. I'm just outside of Salt Lake City area, about an hour outside of Salt Lake City area, and if I order within 2 hours and 18 minutes, it'll get it to me by 10 o'clock tonight, which is cool. You can get a Fire Stick same day using your Prime. Also, Best Buy is the option on Amazon has some, I don't know, they don't like Google, they don't get along, so you can go get your Chromecast for $19.99 at your local Best Buy. It's typically $30, but with Christmas and everything, it's on sale for $19.99 for the Google Chromecast streaming media player. I've used that forever. It doesn't come with a remote or anything, while the Amazon Fire Stick and this Roku do come with a remote, but the Chromecast, it runs all off your phone. You can use your phone as a remote, whatever else you need. Mostly it's just casting videos to your TV from your phone or from a computer even. I've used it actually as a screen mirror, so if I was watching something on my computer or working on something on my computer, I could then share my TV screen with somebody else if they wanted to watch it. I was like, hey, check out this scene, and I just take over the TV, boop, 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 things like that. So those are some options. Roku Express, this is one I'm going to be using in a mobile setup here in the future. Watch for that one, I'm kind of excited about. But there you go, the Roku Express. Next. The next one here is, it's electric. It is a surge protector, but not just any surge protector. It's a 6-way wall-mounted splitter. So this one is perfect for my setup. Right now at home, I have one similar to this, but they all sit flush like this. And the best part about this one is, whoop, my wife has a wall wart for her Mac. If you're not familiar, it's got this giant charger that just sticks, and it plugs into the wall and then it sticks out like here. And it's like, oh my gosh. Now, doesn't stick out. It's flush with the wall. I can just turn it sideways, and it doesn't block all of our other outlets on this guy. It is surge protected, does have lights to show, and it is surge protected and grounded. Yeah, this is gonna be fantastic. You can even turn it at a 45, so if you have something smaller, and then something bigger, and then something even bigger here on the side, you can do that. Well, maybe not so much. At a 45, this does stick into, I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, at a 45, this does stick into the way of those. So if it's one that is a taller one that needs all that space, maybe put that one at the bottom here, and then these ones can turn at a 45 and have this one sticking straight out as like a regular plug-in direct. Let's just crawl under the desk and switch everything out. All right, you guys, here is that plug. And before, we had just this regular outlet with this really old-fashioned style 6-way plug. It's all flat, they're all as close together as possible, which makes it really difficult for plugging things in. So we got this guy, it's gonna go on over top here, and now we can take things like this giant Apple wall wart that you get here and plug it into the side. And then we've got one for our router and our modem, and then we got a cord coming over here from my monitor and plug in that way. And there we go. These all sit much more flush, cleaner, and it just looks better in my opinion. It hangs better. This guy isn't falling off because it's got the support of the rest of the body over here on this edge here. So that's kind of cool. There you go. And then the price on this one was actually really good at $15.99 with Amazon Prime. Order within 14 hours and 44 minutes and I can get it by Wednesday. So this is Monday. So if I order it by essentially this time tomorrow, we'll get it by Thursday. Not bad. So this is one to jump on. This one will take the 2 days to get here. But EchoGear outlets, pretty cool, and it does come in different colors. You got black, you got white, and you even have a 2-pack for $28.99. Other options we have is this one here where it's got one outlet for USB-C power, and then you have ones that stick out at a 45 to kind of break things up like that. As well as what I actually have right now is this guy as well. This is actually mounted on the bottom of my desk, and it actually powers my desktop and all of my little accessories over here. This guy, this is a big surge protector, and it is out of stock. $25, $25.99, $26. So this is a more expensive one, but it does come with 12 outlets, 4 USB ports, and the outlets are even offset so that you can fit a few more things in there. But I think this is going to be a great option for helping my wife get her MacBook hooked up as well underneath there. All right, our fifth and final item is this Wyze outdoor plug. This is one that I'm actually a little apprehensive about, so we're gonna actually plug this one in and test it out right now before I tell you, hey, you need to buy this one. But it's got some, oh, it already comes with some cool gadgets. Number one is, first thing that comes out of there is a little cord keeper plug. You can actually screw this guy onto the wall so that you can't rip it out of an outlet, because it is rather short, so usually your plug won't reach the ground, and so things are going to be dangling. You can then use this, wrap this around the cord, screw it into the wall so that this is now a secure connection between your outlet and the wall. It's even got a little, let's see here, it's even got the little plastic thing to go into your sheetrock, or two simple metal screws. So this is a pretty simple device. It's got two buttons here and two plugs. This is, I'm getting this to be able to track power usage, but you can also use it as a Christmas light timer. This is the outdoor one, so it is water resistant. They do have a cheaper version that is the indoor version that is not water resistant. But this is the outdoor one, and it does have an app that you can connect with it to be able to track your usage. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We have a quick start guide here as well. Let's go ahead and see what it says to do. Oh, it's really quick, very brief. All right, welcome. All right, so on here we have a series of buttons. This center white dot is actually your light sensor, so you can have a dusk and dawn setting. So if the sun goes down, it automatically will turn your lights on and off. This one in between these two buttons, that's your Wi-Fi sensor, or Wi-Fi light to say if it is or is not connected to Wi-Fi. And then these two buttons here are your manual power on and off for these two bottom plugs that come with a rubber cover, so that if you're not using one, you can seal it and cover it so that it is safe for the outdoors. But this does say operation temperature of -4 up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit, or 20 degrees Celsius to 50 degrees Celsius. Output is 120 volts at 15 amps. It can run up to a 1/2 horsepower motor, so I wouldn't recommend using your power tools on this guy. Alright, so I got my TV hooked up here. I've plugged it into this Wyze plug just as a demonstration here. So we got the plug plugged in here, and then we also have a little space heater plugged in as well. And then here on the Wyze app, we can hit on and off for that space heater. And we have our other one, outlet number 2, so the right is number 2, the left is number 1. Our TV is still on here. Alright, after some setting up, figuring out Wi-Fi and all that stuff, I've now connected it with my phone. And you can now set up all sorts of things and track all sorts of things. So one of the things that I thought of this is, if you want to use your computer as a crypto mining rig, you can then go in here and track your usage. It'll even show you in the kilowatt hours, week, month, day, and it'll show you what times you're using the most. You even have a vacation mode where you can set it up on lights and things so it turns lights on and off randomly, or to make it look like your home, as well as a timer where you can turn it on for so much time. And then up here in the top right of each device or socket, you can then hit the settings, and there's tons more to dig into where you can create rules like, hey, between the hours of 5 and 6 p.m., if then, you know, or you can just say, hey, if this time of day, turn it on, and then at this time, turn it off. Brightness, if it has a daylight sensor like we mentioned at the beginning. If the sun gets too high, or if it gets brighter, it turns off. Or if the sun is out, it turns on a fan or something like that to circulate air in like a greenhouse perhaps. Tons of options you can set rules for. You can even share the device, things like that, so that other people can also control it within your household or one of your friends. So if you're going away for a while and you're like, hey, I might be able to monitor this, give it to your friends, they can then monitor it from there. And And then this Wyze app also connects with tons of other things, including home monitoring and whatnot, so you can set it up for all of that as well. Let's go ahead and look at this plug on Amazon. So this plug is $17.98 just for the outdoor plug, but if you want the indoor one, only $11.98. Really great deal. They do have other ones like these Wyze, just simple, a single outlet plug, or even these ones, it's a 2-pack. I actually think I have this one as well. 2-pack for $16.99. Really cool, smart outlet plugs. But the reason I went with this one is because I know that it would show, and that's what I was also a little apprehensive about, is that whether it would or not, but it does. It shows us our kilowatt hour usage on the app, so I can track how much power I'm using. And that's one thing that I was a little like, okay, is this gonna do what I wanted it to or not? And sure enough, it does exactly what I wanted it to, so that's thumbs up for me. So that is the Wyze plug. Those are my 5 items. The number one I think is really awesome is probably this Galaxy Smart Plug, followed up closely by these headphones. If you get one or both of these items in somebody's stocking this year, I guarantee they're gonna like it. But if they have a TV that's not already a smart TV, maybe it's a 1080p, 720p TV, just plugging this into an HDMI port, just plugging this into an HDMI port makes it suddenly a smart TV with a remote just for that. You can also get this cool plug that makes it easier to plug in more things into less outlets, so you don't have to have like a 13 outlet plug just to plug in, you know, to 6 plugs. This is a fantastic other option. And lastly is our Wyze. This does require a lot more setup. It is pretty neat because you can track a lot of things. You can track usage, so if you're like, I wonder if my kid's gaming during the day while I'm not home, you can go look and be like, hey, that computer usage is pretty high and they're using a lot of kilowatts. It's not just idling looking at homework. We're playing video games using that graphics card, burning through your energy. You can track your kilowatt hours on that. What are your top 5? Leave your suggestions down below. I will have links to all of these items as well as everything else that I use in my kit here down in the description below, but the very top linked items will be these on Amazon. One thing to note is I am an Amazon affiliate, so if you'd like to support this channel, please use those links down below. You can get access to all of the things that I have here as well as just doing your regular shopping from there, but when you use those links below, it does give me credit with no additional cost to you. So please use the links below to help support this channel and make more content and product reviews like this. Let me know what you want to see next in the comments, and we will see you guys in the next video.